I'll be resuming to doing more live streams, such as trying to finish up some of the other games, all that other stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna get entirely out of too much time with, doing a couple of them, but take my time but I got 3 new games in my pipeline, so I won't be playing those this month. Those will be happening next month. I'll try to be able to bring more live streams in 2026. Remember, when January comes around, when I do more live streams, you hear when I do more live streams. I got 3 new games on the card right now. In the card right now, so they are ready to go. So, yeah. Excuse me. So, basically, if y'all want me to play any other game, let me know. I'm going to my library and I'll be able to tell you. Absolutely. Like, I'm being serious though. At least you might be able to see the other games I play right now. There's no ordinary metal sword. This is the metal sword from the Valley collection. Metal sword 1, all 3 metal sword 6. You got metal sword, the first one. You got metal sword 2. Metal sword X is basically just metal sword 2, but the backgrounds can be a little bit different. Maybe some newer stuff. And you got metal sword 3, which is a little bit it's a little bit it's the metal sword 2. We have metal sword 4, which is also one of my personal all these Melflow games you're seeing right now in this collection, they're all on arcade machines. They're on arcade machines, which basically owned one for yourself, you would be able to switch the settings of the game for yourself, whether if you wanted to consume points or if you wanted to do free play. Me personally, I like putting things in free play because it makes it easier and it makes it fun. Doing that whole pursuing order stuff, it's a bit of a tough. Don't like it. That is one of my personal favorites. I guess we could try that one out. Yeah, I guess we could do Metal Slug 2. That is one of my personal favorites, considering I love the game and soundtrack, all the above.
Metal Slug 2. Start.
Keep in mind, I'm not going to do it.
Heavy machine gun. Thank you. Heavy machine gun. machine gun. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Shotgun. Thank you. Thank you. Shotgun. Flame shot. Mission complete. Mission 3, start. Thank you. Mission complete.
Do I know how to get that? Trick of the trade.
Mission 4. Start.
rest. That. And no, I'm not sponsored by Jiffy Canada Dry. I mean, I wish I would. I wish I would be sponsored by these people, but not really. I have no hatred against Canada Dry. Exactly, my catchphrase. The catchphrase I always use in every single one of my live streams. I'm just giving my hands a little rest right now, because, oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Mashing those buttons and moving the character at the same time was quite a tough one. Good thing it didn't cause me to pull a muscle on my fingers. I mean, this ain't the first time I've beaten, this ain't the first time I've beaten Metal Slug 2. Probably. Yeah, well, I apologize if my mic is so low. This is the only headset I gotta stick with until I buy a new one, so this is the headset I'm gonna be sticking with. Just keep in mind, this is a turtle headset. I think a turtle tropical resort headset or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but I got this headset from my brother, and I've been using this headset for like a long time now, so I am due with getting a new one though. Probably gonna end up getting a wireless one. Maybe, I'm not entirely sure, but I already have wireless headphones. Getting music down a notch. That would have been bad. I mean, yeah, that is true, but game music down a notch? Why you want me to turn the game music down a notch? Well, like this down, or this way? Because I really don't get it. Trust me, because keep in mind, like I said, this headset is old, so I gotta be stuck with this until I buy a new one. But I'm probably gonna have to buy one either from GameStop, or I'm probably gonna buy it from Amazon like I always do. I am due for getting I wanted to hear you speak. Well, okay, that's barely true though, because sometimes I do speak, but if it's a certain game that I played that involves with cutscenes, I like to keep myself quiet because I don't want to interrupt the cutscenes. So it is what it is. But I'm actually quite shocked that 2025 is about to be over, because we've basically been through a whole lot of crazy stuff. Lost a lot of celebrities, lost a lot of family members, but hey, on the bright side, at least we're trying to kick through. Keep in mind, I just lost 2 of my family members this year, so I'm still lucky to be living. Because I ain't trying to kick the bucket yet. Nope. Nah. Even if I grow old, I don't care. I'm still gonna get used to being alive. Because if I grow old, it don't matter. Hey, it's fine, man. I was able to breathe through that for a while and learn to move on. Life is life. Life is short. That's why I'm lucky to be alive. But I don't count myself being lucky because I don't believe in luck, because that's all in the devil thing. I'm a Christian person. And keep in mind, yes, I don't know if you can hear it, I do wear a chain. I do wear a chain. It's a black cross chain. And I've never taken it off. And the reason why I never took it off is because I made a promise to somebody that I would never take it off unless I'm passing it down to my children or anybody else I care for. So therefore, I'm not taking this off. just letting my hands rest for a while though. But since it is Christmas Eve, I basically forgot to ask my subscribers what y'all plans are for Christmas Day. I know some people are gonna be going out of town and spend time with family and all that. To me, I wish I could go out of town, but not really. I don't have big bucks like that. But I am telling you like this is that I've been streaming for about an hour and 9 minutes. And I can already tell that there's people out there that have not subscribed to my channel. Because in my sensibility, over 96 or 65% of y'all are watching or not even subscribed. So, what you waiting for? Click that subscribe button. It's free. Feel free to hit the like and leave a comment of what you want me to play next. And feel free to subscribe. And after you subscribe, click that bell notification that most people like to miss out on. Because you'll miss out on posts, live streams, videos, everything I post on here. Make sure to select all, not occasional. Like, well, pick occasional. Why would you pick occasional? You want to watch me do my live streams every single once in my life, don't you? Just saying. Not in the threatening way. What this man just say? It's 2:32 a.m. Just had 2 cups of coffee. 2 cups of coffee, my guy? 2 cups of coffee? You know, I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna judge you on 2 cups of coffee, because back when I was in high school and I had to do my final exams for senior year, I had no other option but to drink some coffee. That was only once that I drank coffee, just to keep myself awake of studying for those final exams. I basically studied my butt off for those final exams. I didn't care how much time I had to stay up just to be able to do those final exams. I had to do everything I could to be able to graduate so I could live my life. But I'm glad I did. Wait, if you're saying it's 2:32 in this area, in my area it's only 2:34. Oh, you work at one of those like late night jobs or whatever. Because if you was working like, you know, night shifts or something like that, that's quite terrible for people to work at night shifts. I would not want to work at no night shift. I'd be too paranoid for that. I'm not fully wide awake when it comes to night shifts. Nope. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Exactly what my friend Cody just said. Yo, what's up, man? Didn't expect you to hop in on the stream. What's good? Hope you enjoying your Christmas Eve though. By the way, Cody, I saw your story. I congratulate you on getting your W's on Sparking Zero. I clapped it up for you, my man. Also, I saw your thing about your dog. I'm sorry for your loss. I've been through the same path as you've been. Hopefully you're recovering. Hopefully you are recovering, because I've basically gone through that same thing myself. So, hopefully you're recovering, my man. My shift is 3 a.m. to 2 p.m. Wow. If that's like that, do they actually give you a lunch break if it's basically like that? Because I wouldn't, because I agree with what Cody said, because night shifts do suck. Even plain people was like, I would basically see you working at a graveyard night shift. No thank you, I do not want to work at those. I've seen played too many horror movies and TV shows about working at night shifts in the graveyard. No thank you. Hey, it's no problem, Cody. You're always welcome to come holler at me. I always show my support for you, man. But still, I wouldn't work at no graveyard night shifts. I've seen many videos of how that stuff goes on, and it gets creepy at night, especially being a security guard to watch over the whole entire area and hearing a bunch of crazy stuff going on at night. Couldn't be me. No, I would. Couldn't be me, man, because I don't do that. Hey, respect to that. Hey, respect to that. W for my friend Cody, man. W friend right there. W mans. I appreciate that. Exactly. Dude, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Cause I'm like, no, I wouldn't want to work at no graveyard shift. Like, no, like seeing, seeing dead bodies and all that. I wouldn't want to do that. But also working at a funeral home, I would not want to work in no funeral home. I've been to too many funeral homes because of family funerals and all that kind of stuff. But I would not want to work at no funeral home. That's one of the many places I don't want to work. I would not work in no funeral homes or nothing like that. No. I basically be seeing way too many funeral homes and way too many other stuff going on. Exactly. Exactly, because I wouldn't want to, like, who would want to work at a funeral home just to see everybody else pulling up in there and you realizing that you being up in that whole entire thing. Keep in mind, caskets are really heavy though. It doesn't matter what kind of casket it is. I've heard that caskets are like extremely heavy though. That's why they always gotta have people doing pallbearers. And technically, even if my parents or anybody I care for were to pass away, I basically would have no other option but to carry the casket. I would have to be a pallbearer, but it would be difficult for me to be able to get through all that process. I would probably end up crying. Even Morangi said, I'll be like, no thanks, son. Yo. Yo, y'all is wild. Cause trust me, like, who would want to work at them kind of places? Not me. Plus, in that one area to where I catch the bus at, there's this one old building that's like right down to where the highway is. Excuse me, and I would see that building 24/7 every single time I'm down there. Exactly. Caskets are just, no. But there's one building I saw, it's really creepy though. Because I always see that building 24/7 because from what I've heard, before it got abandoned and ended up looking like the way it is, it was actually I think it was like a rehabilitation center or asylum or something like that. It was one of them that was supposed to be. And I don't remember what exactly happened to that place, but I'm pretty sure it probably got into a whole wreckage during the whole 9/11 situation. And then the owners that basically owned that whole entire building, they either probably died or they probably left that place to rot because they had no other option but to leave that place. So every time I walk past that whole entire building, I would literally see spirits lurking around the whole inside of the building. Few of them would basically just stare at me while the other ones would just, walk away or whatever. But the ones that would just stare at me, I stare at them back. And then they see the cross on my neck. They don't want to come near me. Because they know that I'm protected. Trust me, I'm always armed. Pepper spray and pocket knife. Hey, my friend Cody got the good idea, kind of like that though. Because keep in mind, I do love me some Michael Myers. That's one of my favorite horror villains right there. An interesting 1980s horror genre that basically would just brings out the thrill for it though. That's why I love those kind of movies. Especially when it came to Nightmare on Elm Street. That's another classic horror movie there. I would love to have Freddy Krueger's powers. Just think about it. You're driving on a highway and somebody cuts you off going like 80 to 30 miles per hour or something like that. You're just like, you know what? I'm gonna haunt you in your dreams tonight. How about that? That's literally one of the greatest movies right there. An interesting take on a horror slash film that basically took place in the 1980s, which, you know, it still signifies as one of the best classic horror films. But Michael Myers, still one of the greatest ones, alongside with Jason Voorhees. Now that's a classic horror villain right there, especially at the Camp Lake. Oh yes, they're both phenomenal characters though. I do love the actors that play. I do love the actor that plays Michael Myers, and he also talked about it and said he enjoys playing Michael Myers, which is basically phenomenal. And I would definitely love to meet the man that plays Freddy Krueger, because that's basically a great film. I love Nightmare on Elm Street. Sure, it would terrify the crap out of me, but it would still be a good thrill of a movie to watch on Halloween. Because trust me, if I was to meet those actors, I would love to get their autograph and a picture taken with them. That would be one of the greatest memories, the greatest moments right there. It would be tremendous. Ah yes, yeah, Friday the 13th, one of the greatest horror films. Basking in the beauty of that movie's glory. The cinematic cover art for it, which is very epic. And most importantly, the costume design of how they actually did Michael Myers was so freaking amazing. Alongside with Jason Voorhees, the actor that plays Jason Voorhees does a great job of capturing the character and capturing to how he would actually, you know, attack his victims, which is actually really cool though. Yeah, it's a very classic 1980s movie, which is very phenomenal. And the one thing I can never forget about is the most iconic theme music when it comes to Friday the 13th. God, every single time I hear that theme music, it just gives me chills. But it's an enjoyable one, let me tell you. Really great one. Because keep in mind, I always wanted to dress up as those characters when it came to like Halloween days. But their outfits would be so expensive, but it would just be so amazing to be able to just dress up like them. Michael Myers versus Jason Voorhees would be an interesting fight. Ah yes, Jamie Lee Curtis, one of the greatest female actresses who also played on The Walking Dead, which is one of my favorite TV shows. But Michael Myers versus Jason Voorhees, now that would be a great horror movie fight that I would love to pay money for. Unlike the other one where they had Michael Myers going up against Freddy Krueger, that one was kind of terrible. Sure, it had a couple of celebrities I recognized, but it was still a terrible movie though. I mean, it was a little bit alright, but it was still terrible at the same time because of the script writing and everything, but at least they tried. Exactly. That's exactly what I said. Because I was like, why didn't they let her have her W in that movie though? That's the one thing I did not notice. Because I was like, that's quite messed up. They didn't do that. Another classic horror movie, Freaky Friday. Yes, that's also a classic movie. But another classic horror movie that my dad got me into, which is Gremlins. That's another classic movie right there. I basically do love the second one, but I love the first one the most because it's very phenomenal, especially with the soundtrack, man. Such an amazing soundtrack. And the people that basically came in together to make the first Gremlins, alongside with the second one, they did a phenomenal job of capturing the characters and capturing the villains of the whole entire movie. Gosh, it was so epic, especially with the special effects and everything. Such a phenomenal film. Because I know they're going to be making another one that will be coming out between next year or 2026. But if it does happen, you best believe I'm gonna be paying a lot of good money to go see it. Exactly. Like, even though they, like, keep in mind, Michael Myers is overpowered, and he basically can just kill his victims with just one simple slash or whatever. But other gimmicks that he would use just to be able to get his victims is quite epic. Oh yes, The Gremlins. I know you will love that movie because The Gremlins is very phenomenal. I'm trying to think of another horror movie. Night of the Living Dead, Return of the Living Dead. Those are some good ones. Oh, the Leprechaun movies. Those are actually really good. Those are my dad's personal favorite movies. I mean, those are some, I mean, the Leprechaun movies are scary, but they're also funny at the same time. Because basically got like half horror and half cheesy comedy mixed to it, which is basically very phenomenal. Like, very good combination in my opinion. Like, man, I cannot wait. I literally cannot wait for Scary Movie 6 to come out. That's literally going to be the greatest ones right there. So I know they said it's going to be coming out next year in 2026 in the summer, and I'm going to be excited for that one. So I've already seen all the other previous scary movies. The first one all the way until the fifth one. Those are all classic ones. I even do like the other one where they had Shaquille O'Neal and Dr. Phil on there. That one was really funny. And I believe it was the second one where they had, and I even like the other one where they had the actor that played Ian Hawke from Alvin and Chipmunks. He was also in that movie, and he also played on a bunch of other movies. David Cross is his name. Phenomenal actor, in my opinion. Great actor. Like, it's so many horror movies I basically remember watching, and some of them I don't remember watching. But the Walking Dead TV show that was on AMC, that is basically one of the greatest ones. Scream is actually a phenomenal one. It's a very classic horror genre in my opinion. One of the classic ones right there. I know they're also going to be working on Scream 7, which will be coming out next year. I think they said next year, 2027. So I'm actually excited about that one. Because the last Scream movie I saw had Jenna Ortega on it. It was actually, and I thought that one was going to be terrible, but it's actually really good though. It was actually pretty good. I thought it was going to be terrible at first, but it's very epic in my opinion. I'm trying to think of another horror movie though, which it was so many horror movies that they made, and some of them were really great though. I mean, I do remember Silence of the Lamb. That one's actually a really good one, alongside with Candyman. Rest in peace to the actor that played Candyman. He did a phenomenal job playing the character, capturing the design, the costume, and everything. He did a great job of basically playing the character. Tony Todd was his name, I believe, but Tony Todd was his name. A very phenomenal actor. I basically did shed tears when I heard that he passed, and I was very upset. But I was like, hey, what he left behind was a great legacy for every single fan out there that enjoyed the Candyman movie. And trust me, he played in so many other movies, TV shows, etc., but he did a phenomenal job of playing Candyman. Sure, it did terrify a lot of people when that movie came out, but it was still known to be one of the greatest ones. Oh yeah, if y'all want to subscribe to my boy Cody, he does some good videos too though. So it would be appreciated if y'all basically show some support to my man. He does some really great videos. trust me, Cody. I still have you on my list to do a Spark and Zero collaboration. I'm just waiting on Jamar because he basically setting some stuff up before he collaborate with us. But that'll be happening real soon, y'all. So stay tuned for that live stream. Ooh, that's gonna be epic. That's really gonna be epic. I'm excited about that one. Keep in mind, I do need to go back to watching some anime because I know there's about to be some other ones coming out next year, especially that Dragon Ball event that's happening in January. I really do want to see that whole entire live stream because I don't know what they're going to be showing off on that one. But some of the other anime that's getting some new seasons though is quite epic, and I'm excited about it. Even though, like I said, I barely get a chance to watch any new anime that comes out, I've always been so busy with work and live streams and many other things that go on in real life. But more specifically, I basically am excited to what they're going to be showing off in a Dragon Ball event for 2026. Excuse me. Not to mention the SH Figuarts. Oh yeah, the one anime series that I recommend people watching is the Gundam Fighter, the G Gundam series. That one is really great. I basically watched that one on English and Japanese version, and it was super epic to watch it. Because I loved everything they did. Even though it was released in the 1990s, it was still a great series. I loved it, and I watched it all the way until the final episode. It was so great though. The character design, the animation, so phenomenal. Yeah, I hope Dragon Ball Super comes back because I see a lot of people watching Dragon Ball Super right now. But this one YouTuber named Susie, she's a very great reactor though. She just finished reacting to Dragon Ball. She just finished I can't even speak. She just finished reacting to Dragon Ball Z, and she finished Dragon Ball GT. So now she's on Dragon Ball Super. And I'm like, that's gonna be a thrill ride for her because she has a total of 131 episodes to do it. Oh yeah, I forgot the 4th season of that show comes out. Because I already rewatched the 3rd season. I'm actually excited for the 4th one to come out. That's gonna be great. Can't wait to see what's gonna be happening next for that 4th season. Because from what I remembered, I believe they said that the 4th season is probably going to be the last one they're going to be doing to wrap up the whole entire thing. Either that or they're probably going to be making the 5th season, but overall, we'll have to wait and see after the 4th season comes out. But I'm actually excited. Exactly. I mean, when I first watched it, I was like, he's not like any other anime protagonist that basically have different personalities or whatever. But I'm like, no, this one, the way they did this main character, this one is different. He's definitely a scumbag, and he doesn't even show any emotions at all. But the way that he was fighting that one dude. Oh, the way he was fighting that one dude. I think it was in season 1 or season 2. The way he was fighting that one dude, that fight was hilarious. The choreography on that fight was just so hilarious. How he was just taking him down. He even beat up his bodyguard first, and then he was like, "I'm going after you next." His bodyguard decided to get in the way. He was like, "All right, since you basically want to get in the way, I'm gonna take down your bodyguard. Then I'm gonna go after you next." I was just sitting there just watching the whole entire thing, and I'm just shaking my head the entire time while he was just breaking his legs. I was exactly, I was like, dang, he just broke the crap out of your bodyguard. You might as well just get yourself prepared to fight. I was like, every single time somebody make a meme off of that part or just like make commentary off of that part, I just laugh about it because it's so Hey, He was doing him dirty though, but hey, that was so funny how he did that. He was just nonchalant about it. He was just nonchalant. He basically did not care. Oh man. Cause I was like, hey, but this main protagonist, he basically may not show that much emotion, but that man do be aura forming though, I'm not gonna lie. The only person I know that aura forms the most is Jinwoo. Son Jinwoo be aura forming a bit too much, bro. But I can't wait for the next season for that show. Oh, that one is gonna go wild. I know that next season will go wild. Oh, I think I do remember that show because I've seen clips of that one. I've seen some people done some clips on that one, but it's been a while that I haven't watched that one though. The last time I watched it, I finished up season 2, and I'm probably gonna have to No, I already rewatched the second season after I heard the third season coming out, so I'm already prepared. It's been a while since I haven't seen that show. Oh, romance anime series? Dang, it's been a while since I haven't watched any good ones, though, because all the other ones I've watched, they were really good, though. Especially this one anime series about the angel next door that spoils me rotten. I basically heard that the second season for that show is coming out next year. And I say, you know, when I do get a time, I'm definitely going to have to watch season 1 just so I can get caught up on it. Because I need to be fully prepared when that second season come out. Because it's really good though. I thought it was gonna be like one of those other shows, but this one, I enjoy it. Okay, oh yeah, it is listed as one of the best anime romance series, alongside with that one anime. I forgot the name of it. But that other anime, I forgot the name of it, that one is actually a really good anime romance series. But that one that you just spoke about, that one is a good one too though. Because even if they do release the next season for that show, that one's gonna go wild. Oh wait, now I remember what the other show was. That was I think the main protagonist is a butler, and his maid is trying to help him though, because he has a curse or whatever. I haven't watched that show in a long time. The last time I watched that show, I finished up the first season. Even though considering that the anime is a little bit, it's like CGI animation, but it's still really good though. Dang, I got a lot of shows I need to catch up on. Because like I said, I've been busy with work a lot. I basically don't get a chance to be able to get caught up on stuff that much. So I'm trying my best to take one thing at a time though. Dang, for real? Wait, there is this one anime I do remember. It's called Kuroko Connect. I don't know if you ever seen that one, but that anime, oh my god, that one is really good. It's like a mystery romance slice of life anime, but it's actually really good though. So I remember the first time I watched that anime was with me and my siblings. Ah yes, Akame got killed. I can never forget about that anime. I had my first memories when I first watched that show. The first time I watched that show was on Netflix, and this was basically back at the old house. I remember watching on Netflix one time because I basically didn't know what else to watch on Netflix after I finished up a couple of other series, but that anime popped up on the list, and I was like, I had this on my list for a while. I guess I can just give it. I was like, I guess I can give it a watch. I mean, I don't know what else to watch anyway, so I said I might as well just watch this one. Next thing you know, I fell in love with the whole entire show. But the ending, it did make me cry, but I salute to it though. Ah, yes, yep, Toonami. Can never forget about that channel. I can never forget about that one where they have so many different animes on there. The one anime that I always remember is Sword Art Online, and of course, Soul Eater. That's a classic. 'Cause I told people like this: if you never seen Soul Eater, you're missing out. Considering that it lasted for about 2 seasons of this show, but it was still great. Even the opening for the second season was just iconic though, especially the first season. Both of the opening themes are very epic, and I just love it. Especially the second season opening, which is the song called Black Paper Moon. That one is very great. I love it. I basically forgot who my favorite character was when it came to Soul Eater. My favorite character from Soul Eater would probably be Death the Kid, because he always be having them. His partners is the girls, the twin girls, which are sisters. They form as his guns, and I also love it when he rides that skateboard, which is really really cool. I think it's he. Oh yes, yes, I do remember. Yeah, those were one of the great days. Because Sword Art Online was really one of those greatest shows that me and my siblings grew up on, though. Ugh, such phenomenal memories, man. And then, I'm trying to remember another anime. Oh yeah, Inuyasha was on Toonami. I do remember that one. Me and my siblings would stay up all night watching Inuyasha. Oh yeah, she's one of the greatest characters in Sword Art Online, hands down proud. Because she's also ranked alongside with Asuna, considering that she basically acts like a little brat sometimes, but she also, when she locked in combat, she does a phenomenal job with that. I do love how they did the character for both of them characters, especially with their personalities. Gosh, I love it. I even like the other one where they had the guns. No, that one was actually... I mean, the other one where they had the guns, that one was really cool, though. I love that one. Especially Sheena when she had that sniper rifle. She was too cold with that sniper rifle, though. The way she had that sniper rifle in that series, woo, she was treating everything like it was a battlefield. I mean, considering it is a battlefield, but hey, still one of the good ones though. And I also remembered Saturday morning cartoons. I forgot the name of this channel where they had Saturday morning cartoons, where they had a couple of good ones. The ones that me and my brother remember was the first Yu-Gi-Oh! They had Transformers Prime, Sonic X, which is a classic one, and of course they also had oh yeah, they also had Dragon Ball Z Kai. Yeah, they had Dragon Ball Z Kai on Saturday morning cartoons. That one was really, those were really the good ones right there. Because me and my brother, we both love Dragon Ball Z Kai. Considering it is basically just like Dragon Ball Z, but it cuts off all the filler and just gets into the good stuff. Yep. Yep, I do remember Kagome. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z Kai is actually one of those good ones right there. Some people basically like to say that it was kind of terrible, but I don't have any issue with Dragon Ball Z Kai. Considering that the opening theme and ending theme is very iconic though, and it's very memorable. Me and my brother would just sing the opening theme non-stop. But Dragon Ball Z Kai is actually a really good show because it cuts off all the filler that they had in the original Dragon Ball Z. Because the original Dragon Ball Z had all the filler episodes before getting into the serious stuff. But in Dragon Ball Z Kai, they removed all the They remove half of the filler stuff and just gets into the good stuff, like the good fights and all that. They even did the same thing with Dragon Ball Z Kai, the final chapters. I don't know if they ever did that in the final chapters. Beyblade Fury, I think I do remember the anime, but I only watched a little bit of it. I wasn't too familiarized with Beyblade. We used to have Beyblade. We used to have the Beyblade toys when we were kids, alongside with Byakugan. Bakugan. That was also a good one. Because the one Bakugan that my brother had was the red and orange one. That was like a ball or whatever. And that was the one he had. And I used to love playing, and me and my brother, we used to love playing with that thing. And just rolling it all around, all over the floor, whatever. Because those are good memories, though. Excuse me. Yeah, it was a lot of good shows that we remembered on Saturday morning cartoons, because those were good ones. But Sonic X, that's a phenomenal series that you can never forget about, especially with the Gray's voice acting. Tokyo Revengers. Wait. If I look that up. Oh, I know that show. Yeah, I know that show, Tokyo Revengers. My friend Kemi loves Tokyo Revengers. Her favorite character is Mikey. She simps off of Mikey the most. Because Tokyo Revengers, that one is actually a good series. That one is a really good anime series. I agree with you, it's a really good anime series. I can't wait for the next season. Every season that they have, and every episode they basically do for each of the seasons, though, it gets good and good at the moment. It gets good and good at the moment, I do love it. But Tokyo Ghoul, that's another good anime right there. Because my sister loves Tokyo Ghoul. That's also one of her favorite animes. Yep, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was one of those shows that me and my brother watched. And then we also had the Yu-Gi-Oh! We had Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie on DVD. We used to watch that constantly over and over again. God, those were such good memories, man. Because now I thought about Yu-Gi-Oh! Ian used to be good at Yu-Gi-Oh! Especially when it came to Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards back in middle school. But I believe I still have them though, but I'm not entirely sure where. Ouch. It's time to do. I just love the theme song though, it's just too iconic. Oh, Death Note, yes. Death Note, a very good classic one. Basking in Beauty of that one's glory. That's a good anime series right there. I do love how they did that one though. But as for the live action Death Note, we don't talk about that one. That one is forbidden in my realm. But Death Note, on a real topic for it, Death Note was also one of those animes that me and my siblings got into. Yu-Gi-Oh! EX, Yu-Gi-Oh! X was one of those that we couldn't get into, but Death Note on the hands down, they did a good job with that anime. They did a good job with that anime, especially with the voice acting and everything. It's so great. Especially with all the memes and everything else to it though. Because Light Yagami is a definition. I swear, Light Yagami is one of them petty people, man. He's one of the pettiest of the petties. Actually, the main pettiest anime character that would just hate on everything would literally be Dio Brando. That man hates on the entire JoJo bloodline, and he also hates on everyone. Even his son, his own son, is basically carrying out his legacy. Because when Dio basically came back from the dead and was doing that whole Kanye arc after the whole entire boat sank, and he basically survived through all that, this man Dio was on the whole entire Kanye arc where he was talking about some, you will know me as capital D, capital I to capital O. That man was just going around clapping cheeks, claps some cheeks, made journal, claps some cheeks with other ugly kids with Jonathan's body on her hand. And after he would get done just clapping the girls and clapping all these females' cheeks, he would just drink their blood after that. Yep. Yep. Yeah, that one is just like terrifyingly creepy. Even a manga version of was way more crazy. Because Light Yagami, he was the master of plot. He was just 2 steps ahead. But he just thought about all these ideas of how he was basically gonna prove to people that he wasn't here. That anime series, such peakness that they did at peak level. 3.
Heavy machine gun. Heavy machine gun. Thank you. Heavy machine gun. Heavy machine gun. Heavy machine gun. Rocket launcher.
Oh, come on.
Hey.
Are we serious?
Heavy machine gun.
Well, let me get my hands a break, cause that whole train stuff, why? Another anime series that I could try to think of, pretty sure there's just one anime series that nobody has ever seen called Negima. It's like an anime version of Harry Potter, but it's actually really good though. I haven't seen that series in a long time. If they have it on, if they do have it on Blu-ray, let me try to look it up. Cause there's a lot of stuff that I basically want to get. Lobby, they do have it on. They do have it on Amazon.
Okay. Heavy machine gun. Heavy machine gun. Heavy machine gun. Mission complete.
Trigger to trade. Excuse me.
Mission 6. Start.
And I'm sorry if I basically cut that off there, but that's exactly what we're gonna do. Considering this is the final mission, but that's exactly what we're gonna do. I apologize. Keep in mind, I wish I could have continued playing, but it's already late as it is, and I've been streaming for, it's already like 3:29 a.m. I've been streaming for about 2 hours and 6 minutes. So, yeah, I have to call this a wrap at the moment because I have stuff to do too. I have stuff to do in the morning, so I apologize on that one. But don't feel bad, because this is basically what I have to do most of the times. That said, however, if you basically want me to, finish up the final mission and making it a dream come true, y'all know what y'all need to do. Press the like button, share this live stream with all your family and friends. So sad to see everybody go, but until we meet again, have a good day, stay safe, do not drink and drive, and as always, put the phone down when you're driving. Do not drive during the fire, please. And of course, Merry Christmas to you all, and to all a good life, and to all a good share. Until next time, I greet